Welcome to another Compassion Works for All video. And this video is about anxiety and fears. Here we are actually standing on the edge of a cliff, looking out over a beautiful lake on a beautiful fall day. And I get a lot of requests from people who have fears and phobias and anxieties for many, many different reasons. One request recently was from somebody who has fear of travel, fears of flying, fears of leaving home, going to strange places. Many people have fears of being in crowds or meetings or going to cities that they don't know, where they have to get transportation and find their way around or take subways or trains or planes, all of which can be a little scary. Some people certainly have fears of heights, like standing here on this cliff, looking down over the trees. And yet, there's great logic when we have these fears. So we start by being thankful that we have built into our brains and bodies a fear that makes us cautious, a fear that tells us, be careful, you're risking your life, you might get lost, you don't know all these people. All of these fears are primitive from the earliest man. It may not have been taking a plane or a subway, but deeply embedded in their brain and in every cell of their body was doing something different than what they knew to do in their home and in the part of the world they were familiar with. And certainly it makes sense that they would be afraid standing on a cliff, or to have a whole bunch of strange faces around them. So be aware that there is nothing at all wrong with these fears. They arise from the deepest memories of what it is to be safe and survive and live a long and happy life in the world, so that our species can continue to procreate and exist throughout all time. If people had not had these fears, we would have died out a long time ago. So here we are, though, with those fears still deeply embedded in our brain and our body. Very important is the next step. Just breathe and relax when fears arise. Say gentle and comforting things to yourself. Consider the validity of the fear and give yourself lots of permission to feel what you feel and to know that chances are great that you will be just fine. The chances of those fears manifesting are very slim. If you were in a situation where the fears had great validity, like somebody about to attack you in that crowd, it would be a very good idea to leave. But if you're feeling fearful on an airplane or in a crowd of people or in a meeting, then chances are nothing bad is going to happen to you. So give yourself that reassurance in the same way that you would give it to your little child. If you had a little child sitting on your lap and they were saying, "Mommy or Daddy, I'm afraid in this airplane," you would hold them tight and you would tell them that you were going to keep them safe and that everything was going to be okay. So give yourself that same kind of reassuring comfort. The next thing you can do is breathe and meditate and relax. If it helps, scan through your body and relax every muscle, all those tense places that are responding to the fear. Relax, breathe in, breathe out, and let go. Letting yourself remember deep relaxation so that you can calm that brain chemistry that was spewing out all that cortisol and adrenaline from the anxiety, and instead replace that brain chemistry with calming, comforting endorphins, thinking of what makes you happy, what fulfills you, what gives you comfort and feel caring. You might even visualize a place that you know where you feel safe. Someplace where you are with people that love you and care about you, and it's beautiful, like this pretty scene here. And fill yourself with love and comfort and beauty, relaxation, breathing, finding harmony with your breathing, your heartbeat. Gently letting go, gently reminding yourself that you're safe, gently telling yourself that all is okay and just let go. It'll be all right. Breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Remembering you're safe. Remembering you're okay. All those fears are normal. If you have a tendency towards anxiety, and you can work with it with relaxation, then you will become more and more confident and competent whenever you face your fears and are successful. If your anxiety is to the place where you are in such great distress, there is nothing wrong with going to the doctor and getting some medication to take when you need it. But most of the time, as you can, work with your fears, and every success you gain more confidence So maybe every time before you are in a situation where you might have some anxiety, you might have some fear, it might be helpful to review this video and remember these little tips and to carry it with you even if you need a little meditation reminder, a little reminder that chances are great that your fears will not come true and that you can reassure yourself and soothe yourself. And each time you will grow in your capacity to stay balanced and harmonious in difficult situations, and your capacity will grow, your ability for your brain to stay in balance will grow, and little by little your anxieties and fears and phobias will diminish. Thank you for watching and being with us.